Hey guys, Jazzanor here. At the ranch, one of my favorite places. It's just at the woods earlier today here. And thinking, what could I talk to you guys today about? I was thinking maybe make a video about trying to stay happy. But that's really hard for a lot of people. And I just haven't given it enough thought at the moment. So instead, let's just do a little story time adventure day. So this takes place many years ago, probably 5, 6, yeah, maybe 5 or 6, possibly even 7 years ago, here at Seminole Ranch. And I used to have a pup named Lydia, and she was a dachshund, and she was the cutest little baby girl, the short-haired dachshund. And she used to love going hiking with me everywhere. I mean, everywhere. That was her thing, making sure we got up in the afternoon to go hiking. So that's why I'm a huge hiker for the most part. Like, I always took her out. She even went foraging with me. She would go to fields with me, this little thing. In this 90-degree weather, she would ask, she would beg, you know, with her little, no, take me, take me. And she would have so much fun. She'd be like, oh my gosh, I'd be out, you know, picking, identifying, and she'd be off like 20, 30, 50, 60, 100 yards away, just running in the trees, you know, getting herself into trouble. A couple of times she just literally would just roll in a fresh thing of cow shit, and I just wouldn't understand it. I'd be so angry. But luckily that field where that would happen, there was a lake and a canal there, and I could just like bring her over to that and scream so gators weren't around, and then dunk her in there and clean her off. But that girl had a lot of fun being out on the cow fields with me. So lo and behold, one year we're here, Seminole Ranch, and it's super hot. Well, maybe not as hot as it is today, but it's pretty hot. My pupper, she's doing good, and I'm hearing cows, and at this point I'm on the other side, and I'm just having fun with my pup, and I'm hearing cows, and they're going murr. So I start mocking them. I start, you know, mooing really, really loud, and they would move back, and they were sounding angry moos, and you know, I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. This didn't used to be here, this barn. It used to be like just a few more trees, and yeah, just more trees there. And so me and my pup come across over here, and we're walking this way, and the cows are still over here, and they're still mooing over there, and I'm still mocking them. And apparently they weren't having it. So we get over here, and I'm looking for them mushies, right? And the cows come over this corner over here, about a group of like 10 of them. They're all mainly females, right? It's mainly females in this field. There's a couple bulls, but mainly females. And they were pissed. They were looking at me like I was cursing them out. They were very offended at what I was mooing at them. And so it was the one time at this place that I had an aggressive cow encounter, and my dog was just chilling and doing its thing when I noticed that these cows are coming closer and closer to me. And at first I'm not thinking much of it, because usually they'll back off, but they came closer and closer around this bend, and one of the cows eventually started really trotting over towards me, and I was like, whoa. So I kind of like quickly kind of jogged out of its way, and it caught sight with my puppers, little Lydia. She was like, what? And this cow came running at her at full charge at that point, because it saw something weak, and it chased her. It got her over here. Well, it didn't get her, but like it started chasing her over here, because we were over here and I ran over there, and the cow chased me over there, and then it saw my dog, and it chased her all the way over this way, and she had to hide herself in this little canal here, and the cow literally just trampled over her and missed her, because the cow couldn't find her in here. And I ran up to the cow. I had a huge army knife at the time, like a Bowie knife or something, and I went, it was made in China, And I went and I smacked that cow. And it didn't do shit to that cow's hide, and the blade just kind of rattled because that shit's made in China. Yeah, if you ever want to do damage, make sure you're stabbing, not like slicing. You're not going to slice into a cow. Just a heads up. But you could probably stab a bitch. I did not stab a bitch. I tried to slice a bitch, and the cow looked back at me like, the fuck did you just do to me? And then it looked back at its hide. And as it was looking back at its hide, I just bent down, grabbed my pup, and we ran all the way over here. There is this thing I'll show you over here. Oh, is there? Yeah. Right on. Fellow forager that was. Anyway, so yeah, I picked up my dog, ran over here. It was dry, so there wasn't any water in here. I ran over to these old oil tankers, and I threw my pup up there, and I hopped up there too. And the cows all started coming this way. It was like a pack of them, a herd of them at this point. Most of them were on the other side of the tree, but like a herd of like 10 came up this way. And as I realized they were coming this way, the main bitch cow came up here first, and I scared her off. Just like, ah, and she ran over that way. I saw some like some old cow bones laying around, like a big like hunk. I don't know where they are. There's somewhere around here anyways. So there's some cattle bones, and I just grabbed like a huge hip piece and threw it up there and jumped up there. And then by the time I did that, all the cows, there was like 10 or 16 of them, were just like swarmed around this thing. And my dog's up here like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm just like, okay, this sucks. And they were not leaving us alone. So I had to like start banging on the thing, making noise. I was ready to like crack skulls with it. But like after I started banging on the metal, they kind of just were like, okay, you know what? Nope, we're not having it. And they kind of just ran off and left. And I got Lydia and we got the fuck out of there. And I never took her mushroom picking ever again. Ever again. But she was getting old. I just took her hiking at that point. We went to the parks. She ended up getting a heart murmur, and being out in the heat like this just wasn't gonna cut it anymore. So she was designated to local parks after that, and no more mischief in these ranches. Yeah, it was crazy. I almost lost my dog super early that way, and it would have sucked. So I don't know, it's just one of those crazy, be careful about being in the fields kind of things. And you know, respect the cows, don't mock them, is what I've learned. I've never imitated the cow loudly anymore. I guess you can offend them, is what I came to the conclusion of. Anyways, I'm gonna try and catch up with this dude, see what he's doing, because there's nothing out here, man. Anyways, you guys take care. I hope you enjoyed that little story time adventure. I got so many stories, trip stories, stupid stories, stories. So I'll be able to make content out of that too. Hopefully you guys will get a laugh out of it or something. Take care, like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And enjoy these clouds. You see this? This is why, oh man. I wish this was in 4K. I mean, I'm recording in 4K, but like, I don't think I'm gonna post this in 4K. It takes literally 12 to 16 hours to post a 3-minute video in 4K. All right, you take care, guys. I love you. Thanks for watching.